Hey, what's going on? Tyler here, and I got a great question from my man Devor. Devor wants to know who has had the biggest influence on my training concepts, and the way I design my programs. And I'm really grateful that he asked this question because it's a fantastic question. It made me think a lot about who I really was influenced by and how I apply that now. And so, you know, one of my first early influences was Matt Fury. And Matt's a bodyweight training expert, a wrestling guy, and he had some really good concepts of progressions for specifically bodyweight. And he kind of introduced me to the idea that gymnasts weren't just athletes. It's not just a sport. Gymnastics was designed as the sport of athletes. Okay? And so he exposed that to my reality, that gymnastics wasn't just a sport that athletes practice, but it was a sport that all athletes should practice. And gymnasts use specifically movement progressions, and that influenced me greatly. And then from there, you know, I learned from Pavel Tsatsouline, the Russian Special Forces instructor and kettlebell guru, and he helped me a lot when it came to form, balance, core, muscle activation, and he influenced me a lot in that respect as well. And in addition to that, also understanding that strength and skill are on the same plane, and really utilizing that in my training, right? So Pavel was a big influence. And then, you know, I've only trained with him for a little bit, but Jean-Luc Martin down in San Diego. If you guys are down in San Diego, go train at the Circus Center that Jean-Luc Martin runs down there. He's a former Cirque du Soleil athlete, and he worked on my handstand, which I thought was pretty good, right? I was like, I can do a handstand, I'm a big guy and everything, and he's a big guy too in his mid-40s, and he just kicks up and he holds a perfect one-arm handstand. And I was like, wow, I was absolutely blown away by it. And his whole training methodology shifted the way I think about my training and how I program things, because what he does is he focuses on foundation and then building skill and strength from there. And without that foundation, he really believes you can't do anything above it. And so I was telling him I wanted to learn to do a one-arm handstand, but he watched my regular handstand. He said, you don't even have to worry about that right now. He said, all you should be doing is focusing on making your regular handstand 100% perfect. Because if your regular handstand is 100% perfect, then all the other pieces will fall into place for you to be able to learn that one-arm handstand. But if you try to learn the one-arm handstand too fast, before you ever learn that two-arm handstand perfectly, you'll never, ever get there. So that was huge. That was a huge influence on me as well. And you know, I've read probably easily hundreds, probably closer to 1,000 books on health and fitness and lifestyle. And the ones I really enjoy the most are the ones from the old timers, from people in the 1800s and the 1900s that were setting the bar so high back then. And they teach you these exercises and lifestyle factors and nutrition tips and mindset tips that allow you to exceed your greatest potential. So if you haven't checked out books by Arthur Saxon and Eugene Sandow, and there's a million others, you can check those books out. They're highly motivational. They really inspire you to think bigger than you thought you could think, which is what I love to get people to do, right? So there are some of the people who influence me, the way I train, the way I create my training programs, and I hope you guys go investigate those people a little bit further, because they can help you as well. If you guys dig this video, click the like button right there. Let me know if you like it. Leave a comment below. Otherwise, send me a private message and let me know what your #1 question is. And I will answer it in a custom video just like this, so I can help you look, feel, and perform your best. All right? Thanks for watching.